Hi, friends. This is Caitlin. Welcome back. I am here with you for Pink and Main, and we're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to change things up a little bit from my normal kind of style of card, but I think that's fun sometimes. So we're going to be playing with a cover die and some foil, and we're going full out US patriotic. We're going to make a 4th of July / Independence Day card, just something beachy because it is insane to me, but June is almost over. How crazy is that? Let's check in. I see Virginia checking in. You're such a great support, Virginia. You're always here for me. I really appreciate that. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead and switch to just our overhead view, and we will start going through um, what what the plan is. Oh, I see Pam, Maria, Kim. Is your birthday on 4th of July, Virginia? Mine's on the 6th. So maybe we're birthday almost twins. Oh, that was already done. I just need to spin it. Pam said she got her pup of the month. I'm not actually going to use the pup of the month. Oh, the regular pup. Yep. The stamp of the month is a cute pup, but then there's also a dachshund. Let's see if I have him right here. I might not. As I go rifling. Yeah, here he is. So if you guys don't know, there's a June pup. There's all the pups, or every month that has its own little dachshund. And so this is the June pup. So he's got all these really sweet little sentiments, and there's a die to cut him out. But I'm actually not going to use him today. But that was a good call out in case anybody wants more 4th of July options. That exists. But what I want to use is this foilable, which now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I put this in the description. So I'll go back after and add it to the description in both places. But this is a beautiful, like 4th of July patriotic foilable. So you get a couple different sentiments, and I love that you get the positive and the negative, right? So you can foil the words, or you can foil the black space and the words would be white. And oh, Stamp Fest this weekend. Yeah, Pink and Main's going. I won't be there because I'm all the way up in Delaware, but we will be there. So we're going to use the stars and stripes from this foilable, but I love all of these. They're just so cute. And of course, to do that, we are going to be using our Cobalt foil, sheer foil. Look at that shine. It's insane. I'm going to cut my stars and stripes with my layered scallop circle dies. I think that small one is just big enough. It's going to be close, but we're going to make it work. And then I have to decide, I want to play with these silver glossy dots. They're like the enamel dots, but they don't have any glitter. And so I'm not sure if I want to cut the scallops and put like a circle on each scallop with this in the middle, or exactly how I'm going to do that yet, but we'll figure that out. And then I have my ice rink cardstock, and I have my year-round dots and stripes. That's the red we're going to use. So because there's no Copic coloring today, this card is going to be pretty quick. So I just decided to, like, I pulled everything, but I didn't start prepping anything. And that way we can just do this whole thing together. That's our theme of the week, is making these cards start to finish together. So I'm going to start with an A2 side folding card base. I'm going to go ahead. I have my Mink here. It's plugged in, but not turned on. So let me take my mini Mink. We're going to go up to 3 and set it there. It'll beep and turn green when it's ready. And let's trim down some paper and a foil. our base. So my stamps, no, my year-round stripes and dots, I'm going to grab that red. Because our background is stripy, I'm going with the dots. And this is what we are going to cut with our cover plate, which now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't grab that. Where are you, cover plate? I know I had it the other day and we talked about it, but what did I do with it after that? There it is. Okay, so this is our cover plate, cover die. This is Making Waves. So that's going to cut out all of these little skinny, wiggly stripes. And even though they're not like a really bold like stripe like would be on the flag, I think doing them in the red and with the white behind it and then the blue on top, the idea will come through just fine. So I'm going to just take a little bit of this extra paper out because my die plates, my die cutting plates are trashed. And if I put that whole thing through, the rest is going to just end up in the trash can anyway. So we have that. I'm going to hold up our circle die and use that as a rough guide to cut my foil. Technically like a little backwards. Sure. There's more than enough to cover that. Perfect. We'll save that for a future project. And let's grab some of this 110 pound. I could just put the cover die straight onto the card front, but I really want this to be super sturdy. And I am thinking about using the other half of this for those scallops. You know what? Gains from decision. We're definitely doing a scallop. So let me see if I can get 2 layers out of here. No. So we'll do it out of this one. One, 2, and we'll save that for another time for sentiments. That can get saved too. Okay. Our mink is ready. It turned green. So let's go ahead and get that taken care of. So for this one, I want to die cut this out first because once you apply heat to the toner, that's it. That's all you're getting. So we definitely don't want to run the whole page through without the foil on it, like blank, because I'm pretty sure it's still going to mess up your sheet. So I'm taking my circle die and some tape. And like I said, I know that this is going to be real close to some of the edges on these S's, but with the stitching and the extra little bit that it's going to hang over, I think we're going to be good. It's a risk I'm definitely willing to take. Oh yeah, Pam, the foilable toner sheets are absolutely amazing. They make this whole thing so much easier. And you get such amazing designs. Like the detail you can get with the printout is just so good. So you can see we really only lost like one little corner of a star, right? Everything else came out perfectly. I'm not positive what's going to happen around the edges of the stitching, but I think the blue is going to be so like fun and bright that it's not going to be a problem. I'm just taking the hem of my shirt and we are wiping that off. I see Angie, I see Irma, Julianne. Hey, everybody. Okay, let me take my carrier sheet. And when we're doing this, we always want your pretty sides of your foilable or whatever you're foiling and your foil to be facing the same direction. So I'm going to tape mine down. So I'm going to go foil down, pretty side of my paper down, and then add the tape. We could have definitely trimmed that down even further, but at this point, it's okay. All right. And I'm going to put that fold side first into the mink, let it hold it itself. It'll go at its own pace. And with the mini minks, you always want to make sure that you let the foil cool before you peel. I see Jessica checking in, Carmen. Well, yeah, Carmen said Carmen, I'm guessing you're going to Scrap Fest, right? That's so exciting. We need more craft things up here in Delaware. We don't, I feel like I don't have things like that close here. All right, while that's cooling, I'm gonna go ahead and die cut 2 of these scallop layer kind of cogs. They look like little clock wheels to me. Little clocky pieces. There's one. And these are gonna fit perfectly around our foiled circle. Okay. So to attach those together, I'm going in with my Easy Squeeze liquid glue. Oh, that was a lot. A little chunk of it. That's why it was a lot. Hot. Hey, Mary. Love it when you guys check in so I know that people are out there hanging out with me. All right, so there are our scallops. And let's take a look. I'll zoom you in a little bit. I got my camera setup fixed, by the way. So I can zoom properly again now. All right, so we have our reveal. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. That blue is so nice. Like that is just, look at the shine on that foil. That foiled so well. Even around the stitching, that's like really clean. I love that. And I'm gonna save this because even with the little tape pieces, I can foil this onto like a solid toner sheet and cut it with that same circle and it'll fit within there. So we'll save that for another card. Okay, so here's my thought, right? I have 2 of these because I love them, but I never know when to use them. And like this circle, oh no, the big one. Yeah, it has to be the big one, but we don't have enough. So the mediums, we're gonna go mediums. And I think it's gonna still, is it gonna fit? I'm trying to measure in my head to see if I'm gonna need to pop this up. Yeah, so these are big enough that they're gonna stick out, or they're gonna tuck under the bigger circle or the solid circle. So I'm gonna go ahead and add them first, and then add my foiled circle on top with foam. And these don't have to be perfect. I'm gonna get a little pick though, because if you've been here before, you know I'm on kind of a nail struggle bus right now. I went from having nails that were too long to do stuff like this to now having ones that are too short to do stuff like this. I just thought that this would be a really nice way to add some fun shine and bring in like a little metallic into our 4th of July celebration, right? Like it'll be like our little nod to fireworks or something. This really pretty mirror shine all the way around. At work today, we were talking about the summer solstice, which was yesterday, the first day of summer, which is the longest day of the year. And it's a day that people all around the world celebrate like the light and the sunshine and all of that. And so we set some like intentions of things we wanted to bring light to. So if anybody has anything that they would like to throw out there, even just in your mind, I just thought that was a really cool thing to think about. I feel like in at the new year, we always set, you know, our New Year's resolutions, we set our goals for the next year, but now we're at like the halfway point. So it's like a great time to check in with yourself and your card making and your crafting and your family and your work and whatever. And maybe you need to, maybe you're doing great. Maybe you need to shift some of your intentions. Shed some fresh light. Oh, Julianne, yeah, I've seen that on like, you know, some of those like nature survival shows where in Alaska in the summer it's light until like 11 o'clock at night or something. That's crazy. I feel like it's light here until like 8:30 and that's throwing me off, right? I'm like sending my kids to bed and it's still light outside. This would have been perfect amount of these medium dots on the side, except that I sent one flying onto the floor in the process. So we'll just have to borrow one from the other side. All right, so now we have our really fun silver metallic little wheel. All right, and we need our foam, which is right here. So we'll go ahead and add some of that to the back of our circle. We'll get that in place, and then we will focus on our card base. I see Heather's checking in. Oh, Kim's taking a cruise to Alaska. That sounds awesome. I'm pretty sure my grandparents took a cruise or took a train through Alaska. I guess they had to get there first, right? And then take a train. I'll have to check with her. I distinctly remember something about Alaska and a train. All right. So that is our super shiny foiled sentiment on top of these really fun metallic. It almost looks like little grommets or something. Oh, Julianne said she did the cruise and she loved it. So I bet you're going to have a blast, Kim. You'll have to report back. All right. So let's put this away. Let's tuck these guys back in here nice and safe before I get them separated like my other ones. My rectangle, scalloped rectangle layers are still in like 3 different places around my little craft hallway here. And I need to, this weekend, I need to get everything sorted out. It's been like go, go, go around here lately, and I need to take a second and kind of just catch up soon. All right, so our cover die is going onto red on red polka dots. All right, I'm gonna bring the whole cutting plate up. Oh, interesting. So that stayed together, but we are going to poke everything out. So once again, I grab my trusty craft pick. We will just start which 4th of July fireworks at 11 p.m. at night. That is crazy. I cannot imagine that. Here they usually, in Delaware, they usually try to wait till it's like completely dark. And sometimes it's not like dark, dark until close to 9. And by then, half the time my kids are like super tired. So I think I had a little bit of an issue with this one little section. I think we can salvage that. And that's not the die's fault. That's definitely my cutting plates. I think I'm about officially to the point where I'm just going to swap and my top plate's going to become my bottom plate and I'm going to just get a new top plate. It's like I can only ignore how scratched up it is for so long. It's one thing when I just have to trim off extra paper. It's another to have it interfere with my actual cards, right? We're getting close though. This is so fun. I love this texture. This would be really fun. It's just like a tone on tone too. Like a white on white, blue on blue for like a oceany background. All right, that's everything. Oh, you're looking like little slivers of bacon. I'm gonna just take my little trash can. In there. There you go. Oh, that was fate. So my grandparents got married on an Alaskan cruise 20 years ago today. And I didn't even know when I said that. How friggin' perfect is that? That's insane. That was definitely meant to be. 20 years ago today. All right, I'm just going through and adding liquid glue. I want to make sure I get this all the way around the framed edges. But I don't have it in me to do this entire thing. So I'm just adding like little glue dots around the separate layers, like the separate lines. We're just not gonna panic about it. Oh, thank you, Shay. Right, Julian, dot, 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 not a lot. Just little bits, enough that when you give it a good squish, there's something for it to stick down with. So we don't need to go overboard, and we definitely don't want it leaking out of the edges. Yeah, at first, Julian, I was a little nervous to use this cover die. I don't have many that are so detailed, right? Those are really skinny little lines, but it's so fun. Oh, I love it so much. All right. That is our final step. I'm going to load the back of this up with liquid glue because I want it to sink down. I think we go straight, and I think we go close, a little above the middle. Give that a good squish. And then we have our card base. Just adding my liquid glue there. Get that nice and lined up. And I know that not a lot of people are probably mailing out 4th of July cards, but I just think if you're going to a 4th of July party or like a beach party, or somebody's hosting, that this is such a cute way to give like a little thank you card, or if you're like bringing a little basket or dessert or something, just something to tuck in there for the host to say thank you. Or if you have, kids or grandkids that you're not going to see, super fun way to do that. If you have grandparents that you're not going to see, let them know you're thinking of them. Maybe I will send this to my grandma in honor to my Bama, in honor of her and our coincidence tonight. It makes my heart happy. So there is our super shiny cobalt cheer foiled sentiment. We added some extra fun metallic shimmer. We have our red, our white, and our blue. And all of that in less than 30 minutes. This is one of the fastest cards that we've done, but I think it's still very impactful, very fun. I would like to get it in the mail. So that's always a good sign, right? All right, let me come back up here for you guys. All right. Well, I am so grateful that you guys came to hang out with me. I hope that you had fun. I know this one was a little more simple, but it was just so cute. And I, in the past, have not made a lot of like 4th of July or Independence Day cards. So I thought it was a good time to change it up. Don't forget, if this is 100% your style, Pink and Main also has the June Pup of the Month. And he is very patriotic and has some amazing other sentiments that you could use inside a card like this. So keep that in mind if you're a summer card junkie. And yeah, Thank you guys for coming to hang out. It was so good to see everybody in the comments. If you are going to StampFest, I hope that you have a blast. You can always tag me in any of your posts or anything you put up, or put me in the comments or something so I can see what you guys are up to. All of my information is in the description above or below wherever you're watching, as well as Pink and Main. So you make sure you're following them, subscribing, all that stuff, so that you don't miss out on any of the lives or any of the fun product introduction videos that Michelle does. She works really hard on those, and I love watching them. Even though I have the products every month before they go up, I still watch those videos so that I know that I'm using them right, or seeing how she uses them for just more ideas. So yeah, I hope everybody has a wonderful and safe weekend. We will be back here next week on Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. And until then, have a great weekend and happy crafting, guys. Try that.